Okay, we have been walking up the 20-period EMA today, and we're bumping up against what has been a lid here. Going to see if this is a potential prairie dog. We have good resistance just above this. I would like to sell a move above 1480 that crosses back down. So we'll see what happens if that occurs here. I want to point out one thing here. This is being done on a Fed day. On Fed days, we have two types of moves. You can either have a trending move, either up or down, into the release. Let me state this differently. You can have a choppy day back and forth where we don't really have a direction going into the meeting. On those days, the decision that after the release, there is generally a quick back and forth type of move. There's our failure up here. A quick back and forth move, and then the market will find direction after about 10 to 15 minutes and find a trend, and it will go with that trend. Okay. This morning and into this afternoon, we have a basically a market that's been in trend up mode. Again, all the dips being contained by the 20-period EMA, and good buying opportunities. This will be trust until broken, but the point I want to make here is on a trending day, on a Fed day, the general tendency is for the trend to reverse. We've already basically made our move. The market's kind of anticipated what the Fed will do, and it's basically in the market. So we'll see. We're at 1 hour now, or I'm sorry, 1/2 hour and 30 minutes. The Fed will announce its Fed policy decision. So we're just coming off of a very big low yesterday, made down at 1432 on the S&Ps, 1432.50 low, I believe it was, and we've rallied 48. 48 points from there. So the point here, we have resistance, fixed resistance on the charts and various other ways. The key number up here is 1483.50. I'm still going to see they poke over 1480 again. And they just touched 1480 and turned down. To be quick on the trigger and be watching my dome. Okay, but the trend up into a Fed release tends to be reversed, and when we have a sideways action, choppy, non-directional action on a Fed day, you tend to get your movement after the release. So I'm going to be lightly short with this big run over one day, covering about almost 500 Dow points, 350 or so at least. So we're going to take a small short position into this. If we can cross 1480 and come back down, is my ideal trigger. Other than that, a stall around the 1483.5 is will be the trigger. And then after the Fed release, it can get really hairy, and I'll just have to trade accordingly to that action. But we should have a downdraft after the Fed release if the pattern continues. If we are in a downtrend into the Fed release, the general tendency would then be a reversal back to the upside. So two ways to look at the action prior to the announcement to be prepared for post-announcement action.